Oh, I've got fucking... It's all spunking all in my hand. Guys, welcome back to the Bomb Squad podcast. The Spotify official video podcast for the Bomb Squad. Up the hoods.
I've never seen my ma react to anything more than us being in them billboards.
Really?
Oh my God. She was like, literally called her and she was like emotional.
Really?
Swear to God.
Oh, you've made it out the hood. You've made it
Out the scrap.
just when I was about to disown you. You've pulled through in the end with a phone.
Still fat.
Still fat on you. You couldn't have got that Niall fella to do something with that hair of yours.
4 stone later in that billboard if you tried.
You couldn't have AI'd it down a bit. Official Spotify podcast.
It was funny looking at the
cheek of
Belfast
it.
billboards.
Are we allowed to show that?
Yeah.
Are we allowed to show that? I go on. We're gonna fuck it. We'll show it anyway. Where do we get it? Where do we get it? Yeah. So we obviously had the London billboards. We had the London billboards, and then there was some went up around Belfast. And look at this, London, multiculture, people walking about. What do you call that when they're all streaky? But this photo's still
Slow shutter.
slow shutter. The shutter is slow.
Bustling bright.
Bustling. Oi! Look at it. Thriving. Which way am I going here? Thriving. Look at that. What's this for? They've got a barrier around something. Look at that. London. Metropolis. Leicester Square. Stunning. Stunning. I forgot how to use computer.
Oh.
Sorry. Belfast.
It looks like it was taken from the fall.
Slapped up on the side. Is that real though? Like that's not Photoshop.
That's real.
That's real. That's even
drove
fucking.
past
That's even sadder. The guy couldn't have fucking made the photo any darker.
Yeah.
Just fuck. They sent the person out to do this.
Oh, aye.
Here we go. Darkness.
Depression.
Now the irony of that being on
the chest heart and stroke.
on the side of the chest heart and stroke building, it's like a fucking warning ad on the side. Chest heart and stroke. Don't be like these two heaps. Chest, heart, stroke on his cock. Look at that one. Vape Cave. Shout out to Vape Cave, bro. Literally shout out to Vape Cave and the Turkish restaurant. Used bikes for sale. Where's that?
That's
I can't even.
Castle Street.
Castle Street, of course.
Right in the middle of town.
Oh, yeah. Thriving.
Right in the hub.
Yeah, how many junkies are saying that and being like, Mom will go to that.
what?
Look at our faces. They've stretched us a bit there. Your head's even a bit wider. So there you go. The stark contrast between London. Look at this. I'm fucking minion in the corner here. Depression. Just fucking depression. You just cannot polish that turd. That Belfast turd.
Is there any more of it?
No, that's it. What do you
So
fucking
funny.
need more of that for?
So funny.
Give you a goddamn depression.
There's actually one on the Shore Road, but they didn't send us a picture of it.
That's
Too big?
That's too far out of town.
Drive you to the drink.
That's too far out of town. I'm doing an oil gig there soon.
On the shore road, by God.
Aye. I might have already done it by the time. I don't know. I don't know where the time is. What is time? Yes.
A concept.
What is time? Do you think you'd benefit from one of them watches that just has one hand on it? And it just shows you 24 hours? I know that shows you 24 hours too. But it just has markers for 24 hours.
Probably not.
You wouldn't like it?
I'll just look at the phone.
Yeah. I know. It's supposed to...
It's a lost art in me, the watch.
It's supposed to... I know I've given you about 7 of them. Don't know where they are. Ben. Yeah, there's something about like... It's supposed to calm you down by going like, oh, I have the whole day.
Yeah.
I don't just have like, oh, God, the next 20 minutes, the next hour, whatever.
Yeah.
And you know what's the cheek of it too? I've looked them up before. They're cost a fortune.
For 24-hour watches?
An automatic 24-hour watch with one hand that just goes round like this. But I would be trying to complete it every day.
It's a nice pen.
I know. McCartney got us one in New York. I thought he'd gone AWOL and he came back and he goes, there you go. This is a weird way for him to give us pens. Instead of going, I have 3 pens here, got us one each. Mm. He went, do you like that? And I went, that's lovely. And then he went, you have it. And then it looks like he's just bought himself a pen and went to give it to me. And I'm like, oh no, here, no. you know, buy the pen? And he's like, no, if you like it, take it.
Nah, that's slick. That's like,
It's confusing though. He should have went, I got us all one. Give him one.
Yeah.
He straight up went no to his face. He's like, no, I don't know. I don't need
I
that.
thought I want them to go buy me a pen.
Huh?
Because he only had one.
That's what I mean.
I was like, oh no, don't go buy me a pen.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
But he had, yeah.
And they're like $40 or something.
They're dear pens. Like, that's a nice pen.
yeah.
But he threw us off by he should have went like, I got us a round of pens, boys.
No, but it's like that's a very Tyrone kind of boy way to do it, you know. It's the same as like, you know, you go for a push and you pay for dinner while they're gone for a push. You know? Same kind of
From the push.
etiquette, you know.
From the push.
Yeah.
Denise, run my card through that machine there.
I love doing that.
Still slashing.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy the sunshine yesterday?
No, I just said I walked about for about 20 minutes, absolutely baking, and then went back in and just did fuck all. Couldn't wait.
Just nothing?
Nothing. I had a real nothing day. It was great. Plus the jet lag was baiting my hole yesterday. Couldn't sleep last night to save my life.
God's sake. Should have done the Joe Rogan, go to the gym, shake it off.
Aye.
I was shaking it off, all right. That spare room. Slinging it about the place. Jackson Pollock. We did this for a horror story.
Go on.
This is a horror story. I was cutting the grass yesterday with my
Prime.
biological son.
Lovely.
And it's a great thing to, you know, go down and borrow father-in-law's ride long mower.
What's the gift?
Drive it up the field. I said to him the other day, I was like, I might buy one. He said, why? I was like, fair enough, I'll just steal yours forever.
Yeah.
But it's good way to get Eddie still. Get him, sit him in front of me, and he just stays there for the duration. You know, any other time he's going mad. And I'm driving along, and I feel a little sharpness on my neck, like a little sting or something, like a little bite. And I went, oh fuck, and I hit something. And this is the only way I could describe it. Did you ever see like a fucking mint humbug boiled sweet?
Yeah.
You know the shape of that? Like an oval brown thing? I fucking hit this thing, and it literally there's weight in it. Like, it's like a boiled sweet. I go, oh, and it goes up in the air, bounces on the floor, and I immediately turned the fucking lawnmower off, and I jumped down, and it's just some fucking creature that was like that size. And as it landed on the grass, it just retracted this like thing on its arse, like looked like a stinger type thing, and just went back in its ass. And then, bro, it just disappeared into the earth.
Oh God.
It just went, I swear to God, like a fucking alien. It just went in the grass, and I didn't know where it went.
You get attacked by a humbug?
I don't know, but so I got the humbug attacked. But something's gonna
That's some Pokemon shit.
Something's gonna fucking erupt.
What happened after you fall in quicksand? Some cartoon shit there.
But like, and then Eddie probably never seen me that freaked out. So he's like, Daddy, what's wrong and all? And I'm like, I don't know, but we need to go. We need to fucking go. And then I mean, like the sun was hitting my neck a wee bit, so it was a wee bit tingly, you know. So I'm like, oh God, is this implanted its offspring in my neck, and I'm just gonna wake up in the night like, ah.
You just have superpowers now?
No.
Humbug man?
Humbug man. But the way it just went away in the grass.
That's freaky. That's the freakiest part.
But I swear to God, it was like fucking, it was about the size of a Lost Mary. It was like, for reference.
Yeah.
Weird. And then, of course, like, you know, Maureen's sister come up. She's deathly scared of moths.
Yeah.
So I was like, you do fucking shit blood 10 minutes ago when this thing was on my neck. And she goes, oh my God. She goes, I feel sick, but why do I feel like I need to know what that is now? So I Googled it, and I'm like, you know, it was obviously like a beetle. It was rock hard. Right? And I look it up, and I'm like, you know, common fucking beetles.
Yeah.
Ringo, you know.
I was about to say rock hard beetle just pops up Lennon with a hard cock.
I've got a bone. So I look it up. I find something that looks like it, but it was all like articles. So this particular thing was on the photograph of all the articles.
Okay.
So I was like, this one, and then I'm like, tell me the name. Tell me the fucking name of the goddamn thing. So I'm like, right, in these articles, and I'm like, and then I have to refine the search. I'm like, just names of common fucking beetles. Jesus Christ. And then there's a wee image, and they call it. Here's what they call it. It's got two names, right? Here's one of them, which makes sense. First one, Maybug. Right? It's May. It's the Maybug.
The bugs are about.
You know what its other name is? The cockchafer.
How'd your cock feel after?
inside me. It retracted like that thing's ass.
That'd be hilarious if that was what the bug did. Just give you a chafer cock.
I took a cockchafer to the neck. To the fucking dome. Cockchafer, like. Oh, fuck. Like, where's that? That's probably some old, you know, like, I've got one of them cockchafers.
I tell you, I don't need a bug to hit me in that weather. No, a cock chafe.
Cock.
Just a tight pair of jeans to do the job.
Turned up with a chafe cock. The cock. I wonder where that came about. You know, like, to be like, we used to put on the waiters to, you know, like some old.
I love how dedicated you got to the case, though. You were like, I'm gonna find out one way or another.
Oh, I come to your fucking house, cockchafing bastard. I'm gonna be carrying a badminton racket for the rest of the summer.
You went full Columbo in the cockchafer, like.
It was so big though.
Yeah, that would freak you out.
It was fucking huge. Like.
The freakiest thing would be the fucking immediate exit into the soil. That would freak me out.
That was like a fever dream.
Yeah.
I was like, what am I even seeing right now?
That's like if someone whacks you in the back of the head and then sprints away before you can get an identity on them.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what did you look up? Rock hard beetle? Was that the actual Google search?
No. She'll do it right now.
Yeah, see what you. I want to see what you looked up. Did it bring it up first go, or did you have to do like 2 or 3 attempts at this?
No, this took me about 20 minutes to find the name of the bastard. I'll see what comes up when I type rock hard beetle. Oh, so there is one that looks like a rock, so that's probably why it's brought that up. Jeez. The rock hard beetle. So let me see. Cockchafer beetle. Look at that. It's probably not pronounced that, but I'll say cockchafer.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, look at this fucking thing. That's what it looked like there, right? And that's no joke. That's about the size it was to scale on that screen.
That's a Pokemon, like.
And then see this fucking yoke here at the ass? That's what went back into it as it disappeared into the earth. I was about to slash and burn the whole garden.
So that was just sitting on your neck, or did it?
It must have been like, I mean, you know, I was cutting the grass. It was a hot day. You know, you're disturbing a lot of insects.
Yeah.
You know, there's fucking flies everywhere and butterflies flying all over because you're ruining their house. But then this thing must have just been tucking into my neck.
Jesus Christ.
Probably went, oh, what's this? The back of a pig? Yeah. Brilliant.
Beetles are units of insects, like.
Oh yeah, I don't think this thing would have broke or died if I stood on it. Like, see this one? See the way that's on his hand there? It's the one I seen was fucking 3 times that size.
Yeah, that's scary. Yeah, like a dung beetle is a unit of a thing too, like.
A dung beetle?
Yeah. Yeah, pushing shed about.
Pushing shed, what a life. What a life.
But I wonder what the purpose of them is, you know? Like, do they serve anything at all, or are they just roaming free?
Oh, well, you can make that argument for any stinking animal.
Aye.
You know, you'd be like, oh, there's snakes or sharks out there. What the fuck are we doing with sharks?
Yeah.
What do we need them for?
Get rid of the Maybugs.
Get rid of the Maybugs. I swear to God, I'm carrying a ping pong bat. Keeping that thing on me.
Wait,
just
look at that one. That's scary as fuck looking.
This one?
Yeah.
That's a bit more Pokemon. Well, that looks cute. It looks cute up top.
Jesus Christ.
Looks cute up top. But look at this. I've never seen one of them.
Looks like a hedgehog and drag.
But yeah, that was my main bit of excitement. When you're lying in the house chilling, I'm getting molested by wildlife.
Man, I love how you'll hear me going to Magic Show and being like, what the fuck are you at, sir? And then you're doing a full cold case on a humbug.
It was an assault. I was assaulted. Unbelievable.
That's so funny.
It was hot yesterday. I picked Eddie up and the guy came out of school stinking and sweating.
Yeah.
The guy was drenched like he was doing fucking like a tough mudder.
Oh yeah, me too.
Dirty face. His hair stuck to him and all. And he's just like, this motherfucker, like he doesn't know his life. Gets in the car and he goes, oh, I think I need an ice cream today. And I went, oh really? And then I'm like arm twisted off to the
handy sales pitch.
Off to the shop, get the ice cream. And here's what I like, the mix of people in the queue for the ice cream. Because everyone's got the same idea. You know what I mean? Mums with kids, dads with kids, older kids on their own. A lot of tradesmen. Mm. There's one boy in there stinking. Real rough looking fella. And he ordered and he was leaning up against the thing and he goes, oh, the fucking ice cream boys are making some money today.
That's great.
You know?
I love that.
And you're like, well, it's, you make hay while the sun shines in Ireland, you know what I mean? It's today and another day and fucking 9 weeks and then we're done for the year.
Oh yeah. Poke season here is like a week and a half.
Like the shop near us literally brings the ice cream in for the season and then takes it away.
Yeah. The machine's out.
But they nearly have like a whole station.
Yeah.
So they wheel it out with all the hard ice, you know, the mods or whatever it is. Mm. And then they got the machine. But then they take it away, like September, because they're like, ah, sure, who wants a fucking ice cream this time of year?
Yeah.
I'll tell you who does. My son.
Yeah.
He'd take one in November, no bother.
$3.99 in the winter's hard a bit sometimes.
Oh, that's good. But they are getting out of hand, like. You know, you're like, can I get a fucking cone for a child? And they're like, yeah, sure. And then they fucking hand you this thing that has about a foot of ice cream on it.
Oh, anxiety.
And you're like, I have to take this motherfucker in the car.
Yeah.
You know? And he's already, like, it's already down his elbows and fucking...
Yeah, well, an adult would struggle to keep that all in the one place. You know what I mean?
You have to eat it, like, there.
Oh, it's like...
You have to be, like, at the till in the in the spar, just being like, I actually can't move anywhere.
It's like, do you know when you have a burger that's, like, too fat? And
Yeah.
you grip it and you bite it and you're like, I can't put this down. Otherwise it's just going to fall in the shade.
Yeah. There's loads of stuff like that. The one-take dinners.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a boojum or, something like that.
Yeah. But even a boojum, I feel like, is assembled well enough to where you could set it down for a wee second.
It depends what you get on. If you're one of these sour cream boys, you know.
I'm a sour cream boy.
Of course, yeah.
I'm a sour cream
It's the name of the podcast there. Sour cream boy. That should be your brand. You should do some gear.
Sour cream boy?
Yeah. But yeah, there are those one take eats. You're like, I can't set it down, or then I'll have to get a knife and fork.
Yeah. And then I eat fast anyway.
Yeah.
So like, whenever me and Dana went to that burger restaurant, like I had my munch through, like.
Oh yeah.
And she was a dirty martini in, half steaming, fucking, like.
Nibbling a few chips.
Yeah. Eating spuds like a rat, you know?
Yeah.
Just like a couple of wee nibbles of a spoon.
That's
She would literally like, because they were like bougie spuds, you know, they were like very creamy and like not a big portion. She would literally like take, she'd eat like an outlaw. She'd take the spoon, big fat spoon, stick it in, put the tip of the spoon in, a wee bit of spud. And I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Meanwhile, I'm fucking dunking it in.
Give me that noise one more time.
That's how she eats spuds. Like literally, like the slightest bit of spud, spoon tip, and just to the mouth.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck are you doing? It's going to take you 2 hours to eat this burger.
I think that's just women. They do some...
They can't eat.
I've yapped about it before, but they cannot just fucking eat what's put in front of them.
Yeah.
Like you might as well... Cock.
You might as well.
You might as well not make the sandwich.
Yeah.
Or whatever you're making. You might as well just slap it all on a plate and go, you're going to take it apart and nosy in it anyway.
Yeah.
So I'll let you build it.
Oh my god.
Like the second it lands down, it's like, oh my god, there's ham and coleslaw in this. You ordered the ham and coleslaw.
Yeah.
You know, like, what the fuck did you think was going to be in there?
My ma, the ultimate sandwich noser, like will just, like, she will make a new sandwich.
A sandwich hooker.
She's a sandwich hooker. She'll hook for it immediately as soon as she gets it. Doesn't matter. Even if she's made the sandwich herself.
Yeah.
She'll sit down, take the first bit of bread off, look through it, reassemble the lettuce, whatever she's put in there, and then eat it again.
What are they looking for?
I have no idea. Humbugs?
Humbugs? Maybach? Cockchafers? Fuck, there's a cockchafer.
Never be back here again. Fucking humbug in my curry. Now that's an animal, to be fair. That's an insect. If you did find, like, in a dish, pretty easy to identify.
Oh yeah.
You know? Something. Yeah.
You grind and pound in the fucking...
Just eat around it.
Just eat around it. I would eat around it.
Yeah.
I had a deep fried wasp in my KFC chips one time.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
There's nothing left in the wasp at that point.
How could you identify that it was a wasp?
Have you seen a wasp?
No, but like deep fried? Like, what did it even look like?
The same but crispy.
Oh. Crispy wasp?
Crispy wasp! I just fucked it away.
At the chips?
Yes. You could have a fucking dog shit in beside your chips, and if it was deep fried, you'd probably be alright.
Well, I feel like the way I eat, I probably have had an insect.
Oh yeah.
You know, because I don't look.
Yeah.
I just fucking eat. Like, you know, like I'm watching TV, but I'm not. I'm in a restaurant. Yeah, I don't just look straight ahead the whole time and just eating it like someone's going to take it off me, as my mom says. By the way, yes.
Eat it like you stole it.
To compare our days in the good weather. Oh. It was about 3 o'clock in the day up at a Casa del McCann, and I was walking down the hall, and Mum was watching TV, right? Now, with how hot yesterday was, right? She was watching Meet the Johnsons. And she had a full turtleneck on her, right? Now, on top of that, I went into the living room. I was like, this is a ridiculous heat. I was like, there's no way you're comfortable in this heat. And I was like, you have the fucking radiator on.
Oh.
And she's like, not at all. No, I would have the radiator on. She would have the radiator on a day like that. Went over, touched the radiator, absolutely boiling.
Unbelievable.
I couldn't fucking get over it. I was like, is this a suicide attempt? What are you doing?
I'd be like, what colour is your pish? Is it
It's
fucking
just mist.
dark brown?
It evaporates because she's just in constant heat. She's definitely growing weed. I don't give a fuck what anyone says.
Imagine you're at a cop bust, like, you growing weed in here? She's like, no, I'm not.
To be fair, you'd never expect it of her.
Yeah.
Probably the perfect person to grow weed.
Yeah. Yeah, get your granny to grow weed.
Yeah.
That's what you do. What was I going to say there? Yeah, I've had a few scenarios. Like, I remember going to Maureen's sister's wedding, and we took Eddie. Bad idea. And I wore shorts to the wedding. It was boiling. Wore a shirt, shorts, sort of these white leather shoes that I got. Stepney Workers Club, don't worry about it. And because I knew, I was like, I'm not going to be involved in this wedding the way everyone else is.
Yeah.
I'll be chasing this motherfucker.
Yeah.
And we were waiting on the wee thing, and I remember leaning up against like, bear in mind it's about fucking 30 degrees outside, and I leaned up against this radiator, piping. And I was like, get it off.
Yeah.
Turn it off.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Yeah, it's crazy.
that was the hottest day on record ever.
Jeez.
Oh, you were filming that, weren't you?
Yeah. Sweating.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
I went home. I threw the head up. I was like, I can't stay here.
It's easy to huff in the heat. Like.
I'm like, this child's about to fucking cook.
Yeah.
I'm away.
Do you get crab in the heat?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'd take a turn
Yeah.
in the heat, definitely.
I also get like mad just exhaustion
Yeah.
where I'm just like, I just can't fucking do anything with it.
Do you feel pressure to make something of the day when it's good weather like that?
Oh, yeah. I'll plow through it. Like,
Yeah.
you know, plow through it, sweat through it.
No, but as in, like, say you're just having a day where maybe you were planning to just lay at the house and have a real breezy, easy day.
Like yesterday, I picked that up from school. I had plans. I was like, come on, we'll go fucking do something.
Yeah.
And then he was just like, no, I need an ice cream.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, well, fuck it. I have a bud full of footballs here.
Yeah.
For fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Someone's ringing.
Whoever is farting, please stop farting.
Gonna turn that off.
Who's that now?
Actually, I don't know. It's popped up a unknown number.
Oh, God. It's the Crips app. Are you play a bit of audio from that phone call? Now, this is where me and you are very different. I would have never got to the point in a conversation with someone obviously crazy. I would never got to the point where she would have your phone and be calling your mates.
Yeah.
I would have been. Do you know where that conversation would have ended? When I went right and walked away.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have engaged.
Yeah.
That's why we're different.
Well, this thing is, I love chatting to strangers, you know, and then it might take a minute before I go, probably shouldn't have done this one.
Yeah, Mike. Yeah.
Probably shouldn't have done this one. I probably should have just walked on from this one.
Too little, too late.
Too little, too late. I'm at the bar, having a good time. But, you know, everyone has a story. Everyone has a wee piece of information they can give you. You know what I mean? This woman was, she was good crack. I'll give her that. But yeah, she's actively in the Crips.
Yeah.
So,
The Crips.
watch your mouth for the rest of it.
Of the Bloods on the Crips fame.
Okay, I don't care if I'm gay. I don't care if you in the shower getting dressed, in the club. What if your friend was dying? What if I kidnapped him? And what if I just had his phone and didn't even know? Damn, girlie, you ain't... Yo, what if I kidnapped him?
So
And she could have kidnapped me.
So she's FaceTiming your mates.
Dana called me because I was at this bar. I wanted to go to the original spot, couldn't get a booking.
Yeah.
Well, by the way, sorry, just before I get into that, some of these they need to stop TikTokers going to restaurants.
Oh, they do.
It has to stop because what's happening is it's creating a level of hype to where you'll never get in. You'll never get into the place. This place called Fort Charles, apparently a very good steakhouse. Mm-hmm. Dana had a rough week at work. I was like, do you know what? Let's be fancy. Let's go for a nice dinner.
Yeah.
Right? So, went to book it. You can't book.
She won't eat anyway.
I know. Oh, Jesus, can you imagine her talking on a steak? Fucking hell.
You rat chipping?
Humbug will get it for her quicker.
Yeah.
And I fucking went ahead anyway, and I was like, I'll call down to the place. The guy at the front door wearing a top hat, I was like, not a great start. Not a great start here, because more than likely, there's a whole pile of that are going to get into this place, and it's like very exclusive, whatever. Now, the guy with the top hat, I go up to him, and I was chatting to Dana on the way down, and I was like, there's bound to be a way. You know, she's like, go and use some of that Irish charm and get yourself in there. And she's like, I think you could do it. And I was like, right, we'll make a fake backstory, right? I was like, we're in a long distance relationship, and I flew over to surprise you for your birthday. This is your favorite restaurant. we're going to try and get a table. Before I could even get the story out, the guy with the top hat didn't suit the top hat. He was a stone-faced fucker. You'd like to think a top hat, even a bit of like mystical banter about you. Wonka spec, not at all.
No.
This guy was stone-faced.
Well, it's one of the two. It's Wonka spec or Stoneface.
Yeah, literally. So
That's all you have.
So I go up to him and I'm like, how's it going, mate? And he's like, yes. And I was like, bad start. And I was like, come here, just wondering. Hit him with the come here. Thought I'll use the Nicholas McCann technique. Come here. Completely bounced off him like a rubber bullet. Didn't give two fucks. Right? I was like, come here.
Come here. No.
Pretty much how it went. I was like, come here, I'm just wondering. And he goes, you trying to get a reservation? And I was like, I am. I was like, is there a possibility that you would have one maybe at some point today? And he goes, here's what you do. Put in your phone number, put in your email address, and we'll contact you. And I was like, what's the chances of getting in today? You know, because, and then before I could even give him the fake story, he goes, well, you'd be 37th on the standby list. So I'll be honest, buddy, probably not great. And I was like, all right, okay. Well, here, have a good day anyway. You fucking bastard. So then but then I went into the bar right beside the restaurant.
For a burger?
This is for, so all I wanted was the burger, but it was like this steakhouse for all these TikTokers. I went on TikTok and was like looking through because I'd heard about the place, and then I was like, let me go on TikTok to see what these fucking, and every single video has the exact same cadence. It's just like, we went to one of New York's most requested reservation spot, like lobotomy kind of sounding people. And so then I was like, all right, fuck that. Went to a bar. Never admit defeat, right?
Never admit defeat.
Never admit defeat. Went into the bar beside the place, chatting away to the bartender. Lovely fella. And I was like, oh, you know, I was trying to get a reservation there at Forge Hours, but probably chancing my arm. And he goes, he's like, literally, he goes, what is it that you were going for? And I was like, well, yeah, they've got a great burger. And
what's that? Here you go. Burger. Burger.
I was like, I heard they've got a great burger. And he goes, oh, man. He goes, the only reason you would go there, he goes, is it for a date? And I was like, no, it's just me and my mate. And he was like, he goes, the only reason you would go there is if you wanted the burger cut in front of you by some guy wearing like white snooker gloves, essentially. And I was like, I could give two fucks about that. And he was like, perfect. He's like, the sister restaurant, exact same burger. You probably will get a booking tonight. Got one for $9.15.
Bosh.
And it was deadly.
For just an old burger?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was a great burger now, I must say.
It feels like funny in New York City to be like desperately trying to get into one place for a burger. Like you couldn't get one anywhere else.
But I feel like there's like 40 spots that are all like claiming to have the best burger, and they're all going to be booked out. There's like certain spots where it's like, you know, you get like a standard kind of smash burger. I would fucking eat any burger. Yeah, but I was like, you know, this one here, I was like, okay, there's a wee bit of hype about it. We'll see if it's worth it, whatever. I will say, sir, the creamy Spuds, unbelievable. Couldn't get over it.
You always come out praising something that it's not known for.
Yeah.
You know, you were like, fucking Franklin's barbecue?
Yeah.
Unbelievable toast. Like
the like, banana pudding in there is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. But here's the thing.
Have you had the Fanta at Five Guys? Just something.
To be fair,
I went to Nobu, lad. Best chips ever had. Swear to God.
To be fair, the freestyle Coke machines, that's one of the best things about life there. Just picking your drink and then 16 different flavour combinations. Oh. It is unreal. Teeth like fucking wax.
I might have a new burger technique.
What's that?
So, you know the way, like, there's the stuffed burger and then, like, the fucking smash burger. All these waves of burger. I got a new one. The burger sandwich. Right? I came home the other night, right? There had been a barbecue happening. But sure, everyone in the extended family has young children, so any dinner events are now happening at, like, 4:30, 5 p.m. sharp. Yes. So I missed it. Got back. Maureen's ma was like, there's a load of stuff cooked there, wrapped up in tinfoil. If you want a wee burger or something, I went, fucking sure, I'm just out of a hotel eating a cat's eye curry, but I'll go anyway.
Oh, this was the other day?
Yeah, right. Oh, by the way, we had a cup of rice and a fucking chicken nugget. I was still hungry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I go in, a couple of big fat burgers cooked. I'm gonna trademark this, the burger sandwich. There's cooked burgers, which have like been cooked, lost their kind of juiciness, probably in the barbecue too long, wee bit sort of rubbery now. I turned the burger on its side, bro. Sliced her 3 times lengthwise through the disc. And then was able to like layer the burger meat in the bap like it was a sandwich. Pickles, mustard, red sauce.
You got 3 slices out of that slut.
And there was 2 burgers, so it had 6 slices in it.
The precision knife work you must
Oh,
have.
I'm telling you, like a fucking old Japanese man. I was fucking shing, shing, straight through it. Well, that's my new technique. I'm gonna open a shop.
Burger sandwich.
Collie's Burger Sandwiches. Where I cut it up the road.
I don't mind. I do kind of like it, you know, when the burger loses the juice.
Yeah, it wasn't unpleasant.
You know?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a nice wee change.
Well, they also on the side had, you buy like, you go into one of these butchers and you get like a packet of like Chinese pork chops.
Yeah.
That's another Northern Irish thing that doesn't really travel.
Chinese pork chops?
Don't this Chinese chicken. What is it? Pink paint.
You know, like a chili flakes on it?
Why is it Chinese? That's fucking pink dye on it. Are you stupid? That's Chinese as fuck.
Classic Chinese pink dye.
What are you? I'll put it in anything.
Yeah.
Chicken bits, beef. Chinese beef. Pink fucking beef. Yeah. It's gonna burn immediately when you put it in the barbecue.
Yeah.
But what was? It was on the side the wee pork chop. It had been in the thing too long, so
Yes.
it had reduced itself to like a bit of crispy bacon.
Oh, lovely.
That was nice.
Aye.
For my 3rd dinner of the
That's
day.
good gear. Folks, if you're having a lovely time to yourself watching this current episode and you'd like reams and reams more, head on over to patreon.com/The Bomb Squad Pod. We've got Q&As. We've got the new New York Tips feature. We've got the new Bog Squad with Colin McCartney. It's a lovely community of people over there. It's a great time. Get yourselves on over.
What do you think of the burger sandwich? Release it or not?
I'd cut that out.
I
I would gatekeep it.
would you even release that to the public?
No.
The burger sandwich. It was
I've never fought to slice a burger on the side. Unbelievable.
Listen,
Outside the box. Outside the burger.
we are not the same. My least favourite saying on earth.
Yeah.
We are not the same. Thank fuck you, retard.
People will post that though, and it'll be like, you know, it'll just be them like with a ton of cherry coke.
Yeah,
You
but
know?
now it has to be ironic.
Yeah.
You have to be doing it ironically.
You can't be saying that seriously.
We're not the same.
What's the one I've seen recently too? People posting. Fuck. It's totally left my head.
We're not the same as up there with I did a thing.
Yeah. If you know, you know. Love that one.
If you know, you know. Yeah.
And it's like honeycomb ice cream.
Yeah, we know. Yeah.
There's a billboard.
Everybody
for it
talked about Chick-fil-A for 2 weeks. Yeah, we know. We know.
I do notice though, like, I think millennials, you know the way Gen Z take the piss out of millennials? Mm-hmm. There is certain things where I'm like, they were right. That was pretty cringy and I'm glad it's dead.
Such as?
Well, one of them would have been like, you know, it used to be a classic where like if you were hungover, you put up a photo of your McDonald's the next day.
Yeah.
Just like on top of your steering wheel.
Yeah.
Gen Z fucking took us to the slaughterhouse for that one. And rightfully so.
But the shit they be doing.
They be doing some shit. Skippy toilet.
Skippy toilet?
My niece thinks that is the height of humour. Loves it. Skippy toilet, flat out, blaring.
There's so many rules that you don't even know are a thing. Like there was a girl the other day going, you know, Gen Z making fun of millennials for wearing tight on tight. So like if you're wearing a tight top
with tight jeans,
you can't wear tight in the bottom. It has to be like tight top, massive jeans, or like leggings, massive jumper.
Gen Z did bring back the boot cuts. The boot cuts are back now.
Yeah. So what do you know about anything?
You have to have wide legs now.
You fucking skibbity ball bags.
Although again, like looking back, you know, bro, I used to wear some tight. I should never have been in tight jeans. Never in my life. Yeah. And I was wondering about uni. I was tight on top, tight in the bottom too.
Even when we were hanging about, you were sort of like post uni.
Yeah.
You know why I'm drawing a diagram of that? Post uni.
Yeah, we are over there.
You know, you'd have been ripping the gusset out of your jeans weekly.
Oh my god!
You'd have been like, "Can we?" And you were just a big tight black jeans man.
Yeah.
And you'd be like, "Man, I just need to go to River Island and buy jeans." Why? And you're like, "Because my bollocks have just rubbed through."
Oh man, like I'd say, as a man in life, you should have tops. Maybe like 10 ripped trousers moments, I'd say I've had about 60. I'm not even joking. I can recall some of them. I can recall my last ripped trouser, which was actually one of my favourite pair of trousers. And I was out with Michael and we went to this like kind of hip hop showcase of like upcoming artists. Yeah. We were in the pit and all having a great time. And a ripped trouser will ruin your night. Yeah. It'll sober you up. Yeah. It doesn't matter how good of a time you're having. Ripped trousers will bring you back to, Jesus, I am a fat heap of shit. And I remember I was in the pit and I dropped my phone. Yeah. And you know, you're in the adrenaline of the pit, whatever. And I see my phone and thankfully people like rushed away to kind of let me pick it up. And I picked it up. Yeah. And I didn't hear anything, but I just felt it. Felt an immediate breeze at my bag because I'd opened up the trousers, clean slit right down the middle. Yeah. And thankfully, it wasn't enough to where I had to say to Michael, we have to go. Yeah. I've ripped the trousers on myself. Yeah.
You're kind of safe unless it goes like too far up the ass.
If it goes too far up the ass, you're done.
Too far up the
You got to go home.
Yeah.
I've ripped the school trousers before. Yeah. That story that time of my dad having to come in with an emergency pair of trousers. Yeah. Ended up buying royal blue suit trousers.
That's nuts.
Yeah. I had to wear that with my fucking navy blazer.
That is nuts. They're saying, I watched the video the other day, the guy was talking about, he goes, it's a strange time for pant length and width.
Very strange times.
Yeah. And he goes, just keep it simple. Wear what the, you know, and he showed like a picture of fucking, what do you call him? James, no, what do you call the guy? He's in a load of movies. He's like a cool movie star.
Cool movie guy.
Died in a car.
Oh.
Paul Walker?
Paul Walker.
No, way before that. Centuries
before
that.
The Walk?
James Dean, is that it?
James Dean.
Is it James Dean? Yeah. He basically showed a picture of him when he's wearing Levi's 501s and they were cool then and they're cool now, so just wear them. That was his point. He goes, it'll go skinny, it'll go wide, it'll go boot cut, it'll go oversized parachute pants. He goes, if you just wear them, they probably look cool, you know.
I hate band trousers. Hate it.
Well, that's because we're built like two fucking hippos and it's a nightmare.
I had one of them the other day. Out with my two friends, Bobby and Matty. They took me to this...
Is Bobby a small man?
No, he's pretty yoked. Sleeper build. Wears big tops.
Big tops?
And then one day he was wearing like, you know, like a tighter like gym t-shirt.
I was like, oh, how big is he? Is he tall?
He'd be not too far off me. You know? But we went to... There's this Canadian brand and they have a shop in New York and they're known... Bobby's like, he's like, buddy, you got to get a pair of these sweatpants. Yeah. And I was like, I don't. I know what it's going to look like. And he's like, what are you talking about? Well, just buy a pair. He's like, you're flying tonight. Yeah. Get a nice pair of sweatpants. You know? Good old time in the plane. And I was like, you know what? I'll go on, sure, whatever. And they do everything like it's like Canadian Primark, but it's not because it's a bit more expensive. Okay. We go in anyway, bopping about the shop. And he gives me the pair of sweatpants he's on about. Grey.
No.
Light grey.
No.
And I was like, Bobby, I've been down this road many times. It's not going to work. And he's like, buddy, what are you talking about? Just put them on, you know, feel the coziness. You'll be all right. I went and, by the way, everyone works in this shop. Absolute 10 out of 10.
Of course.
Go up to a girl. I was like, hey, can I just get a fitting room to try these on? Get a pair of sweatpants. Put them on. Immediately looked divorced.
Yeah. Were they big?
Oh my God. Tight? No, they were like... weirdly loose around the legs. Yeah. Very tight around the hole. Yeah, well. So the bunda was busting out of these.
Nothing strange about that feet.
Smoking sweat.
Well, this sort of thing where they'd have like black dudes walking behind you going, God damn, and then you turn around and they're like, oh!
Yeah. Oh, if I put on a wig, everyone's getting hard.
Big juicy ass.
I should buy a pair of juicy sweatpants for the crack. Yeah. Have the Demontes and bust out of them.
Drop them.
And say oos after 2 sessions. But yeah, just some things, unfortunately, you know, you have to accept everyone's build is in a way that there's just certain items of fashion that you just have to accept it's not for you.
It's just not for you.
Hats. Can't wear a hat. Can't wear sweatpants.
There's certain shoes I have where more... Weirdly, she doesn't really... mention much to me, but she will bring up shoes that aren't, she'll be like, those aren't chunky enough shoes for you, and I'll go, what are you talking? These were Nike Air Max 1s. Air Max 1s.
Quite a chunky shoe,
but she's like, they're too thin and pointy, and I'm like, they're like wearing two fucking They're huge, like. And she's like, no, just not. You come down into like a little fine point and it doesn't look right.
And would a statement like that seep into your brain and you no longer feel comfortable wearing them?
No.
Do you just play on?
No. I just pinned her up against the wall. I was like, what the fuck? Not in a joke.
Pretty hot.
I was like, what the fuck would you know about trainers? No, seriously, sit down. Tell me, I have time. What the fuck would you know about trainers?
Well, at least you're getting that from, you know, someone who, same age range, you know, quite fashionable herself. I will get slagged by my ma about what I wear,
Yeah.
you know?
And do you say that back to her? Like, what about these fucking scrappers you've on?
Aye.
Or maybe it's not trainer specific.
No, she never wears trainers.
Did you bring home the nice shoes you bought in New York?
No.
That's a nightmare.
I was scared to have them out in the weather.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
What shoes are you wearing?
I might treat myself and buy one before the show tomorrow.
I do.
Show shoes.
We'll cut that out because we don't know the shoes.
Oh, yeah.
Shoe shopping today then?
I did do shoe shopping today.
Go around, see the boys at size, dap them up on the way in. No, Daddy's home. Man, the amount of clothes in my house right now is actually kind of obscene.
Were them shorts good fit?
I haven't even tried them on, man. I
for
haven't had time.
fuck's sake,
I got
I
all my
haven't had time to
I got all my samples, you know, for my new general bits. I got the stuff you got me, and everything just arrived at once, and it's just sitting in piles.
Get it out.
Just too much kit, man.
Get it out. It is a nice feeling though. Like, oh, I bought a coat, remember, that I probably shouldn't have bought. I was like, who the fuck do I think I am buying this? But I missed the return policy on it, so I just have to keep it.
Yeah, fisherman's spec.
Oh no.
Doorman spec.
Doorman's spec. Yeah, get a top hat.
Yeah, doorman of a bouncy castle. Like fucking bright green.
It's unreal though.
Thank you, now.
It is a lovely coat
It is.
on the hanger.
Did they coat?
Did I tell the story about the girl holding the t-shirt up to me?
No.
Did I tell it?
No.
No?
No.
When we were in ALD in New York, did you witness this? Or was I
No.
just by myself? This woman comes up to me. And they weren't like the normal client. Like I think like I barely scrape in as the clientele in this place. A lot of cool fucking skinny people.
Oh
you
yeah,
know?
people tucking in white t-shirts. Could never.
Gorgeous people, you
Yeah.
know. But these were like three kind of middle, 40s women.
Yes.
They were obviously European of some sort. And the girl is like walking towards me with a t-shirt, and I was like, probably thinks I work here. Don't worry about it. Got the MBs on. Don't worry about it. She comes up and she goes, "Hi, my friend, her husband. He looks like you." And I went, with it, because quick with the banter, man. Quick with the banter. I go, "Oh, I'm sorry to hear that," and they all fucking go, "Ah!" Right? And then she goes, "Yeah, he looks like you. Do you think this t-shirt would fit you if I get him a t-shirt?" And I was like, "What size is it? 2XL?" I was like, "Yeah, well, that would fit me, I think. Yeah, that would fit me." Held it up. I was like, "Yeah, I think so." And she goes, "Oh, thank you very much." And then the girl that approached me with the t-shirt, she goes, "And by the way, you're not that bad looking. You're actually quite handsome." And I went, "What do you mean by quite?" No, I'm joking. It was just the funniness of going like, "Oh yeah, sorry to hear about that. He's also a munter." And then she goes, "You're actually quite handsome." And I went, "What do you mean quite?"
You're a handsome man, Colin.
Give me wee treat like that. Yeah. You're actually quite handsome.
And she put the t-shirt up against your stomach.
Yeah, groped my penis for some reason, but
It's hot.
no, I just held it up.
Just like giggly old European.
Yeah, yeah. You get the wife over. What does that feel like? Feels the same. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that in that shop. Threw me off. Didn't ban anything.
I got complimented on my face the other day in Dublin, because me and Tim were walking to get his car, and this lady, God love her, life wasn't going great.
Okay. Unhoused.
Yes.
Okay.
And she yelled over to us. And Tim, Christian, but he fucking torpedoed right past her. I stopped.
Aye, Protestant Christian.
Aye, that's it.
Stepping over the dead.
And she stopped anyway, and she goes, "I'm really sorry to bother you, but would you have, even just a €1 or two because she's like, I have to buy lady products. And I was like, oh, Jesus Christ, the night how long now?
Hold on. No.
And I went in my pocket, and all I had on me, because I usually just keep my card, my Apple Pay on my phone, and that's how I buy everything. But because I was in Dublin Airport, I did have a lot of euros.
Okay.
So I took out €5. That was all I had on me, cash-wise. And I give it to her. And she goes, thank you very much, Pat. And she goes, I tell you what, you're a handsome chap. And I was like, oh, come on, I didn't pay yet for flattery. And then she goes, you need to get them hips shaking a bit. And I was like, excuse me?
Yeah, the double hand.
I was like, what? The double hand? Need to get them hips shaking a bit? What did she mean by that?
I don't know.
And the husband right beside her in a wheelchair.
Oh.
But I, just two handsome boys.
He shook himself in the chair. God forgive me.
Hip shake cleaned off him.
Do you remember we were in Vicar Street and there was a homeless lady outside? There's a lot that hang about that wee alley outside Vicar Street. I think me and you were there in the daytime.
Yeah.
Remember that? Yeah. It's like, who's on tonight? Is it you? Oh, fantastic! Yeah, tonight. What's your name? And I was like, don't worry about it, it's half filled. Then dapped her up.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta do these things. I have just dished out a load of euros to people because I'm going home.
Well, that's...
Do you know what I mean? I've had like, I remember having like, I just had like 40 euros tucked in my wallet for fucking about 3 years.
Euros do feel like monopoly money, don't they? Like it doesn't feel real when you're using it.
Oh yeah. I'll just
Dollars is the same.
I'll be like, take it.
There's something about our money, it just feels like you feel every pound leaving you. Well, there's dollars, you just fucking ball out, you know, throw it about you.
Yeah, I think so.
Wake up the next day, check the Danska, it's fucking emptied.
I mean, there's something real money-ish about coins though.
Oh yeah.
You know, not a lot of places still have a lot of coins.
I fucking hate the $1 bill. I fucking hate it.
Would you rather have a pound coin?
I would love a dollar coin.
A silver dollar?
A dollar coin, you know, you could have a couple in the pocket for God knows what. Even tipping. Like it would feel much better just be like, there's a lot of coins for you.
Really?
Feels better than like...
No, I feel like the notes feel better for tips.
No.
Fucking dropping coins all over the place. Oh, sorry, there you go.
No, because you wake up...
$2.35 fee.
You wake up the next day after a night out and, you know, I'll check with the trousers.
Yeah.
Every day after a night out, I'll check the trousers. And
See if you've shit yourself.
and
the dip test.
And I reach into the pocket. And I'm like, geez, there's a good healthy fucking stack of notes there.
You're like, that's to do me for the rest of the month.
Pull them out. $9.
Oh.
All ones.
Yeah. Yeah, you used to be able to, if you went out back in the cash days over here, you could tell how good a night you had by the amount of change in your pocket.
Bring back the cash days.
Yeah.
I miss the cash days.
Bring back the cash days. Yeah, you had I think you had a better feel of how much money you had left.
Oh, completely?
I never have money. Like in my actual bank account.
Yeah.
I get fucking dings from the bank all the time. You have no money in your account.
Yeah. I danced on me the other day.
Up your ass.
They're like, you need to put something here, we're going to search. Is it mad they charge you if you have no money in the account?
Oh, it's rude. It's so rude.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
You're like, you know of nothing and you're taking more off me.
Yeah. Digging this. But that's banks, man. They're the worst
bastards.
The worst on earth. You know what I mean? Wild times.
Yeah, bring back the cash days.
Bring back
It was
cash.
a better feeling, you know. You could go on a night out and be like, right, I'm taking this and that's it. That is it. No more, not a penny more. And nowadays, like, you know, it's like Amazon one-click delivery. It doesn't feel real. You shouldn't be able to pay.
Like you mentioned bank there and I just got a suspected scam coming up. That's fucking name.
Is it a scam?
It says suspected spam. I'm starving actually, I might answer that. The things you used to take out though, I'd be hitting the town and in the jeans you'd have like the wallet, the cash, the house keys, the phone, the digital camera, the rollies, the lighter.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny back
Fucking
there.
RSP tripping you.
I know. 2 big bumps in the front.
2 big bumps and 3 big bumps.
All your items.
What about it? You're talking about the dip test? I remember a guy in a rugby. You've never seen fucking just depravity like it on a rugby bus. And this guy was like, you ever do the dip test? I was checking, he was talking about checking your pants. Yeah. He was like, you ever just fucking just touch the end of your dick, smell it, see if it stinks? And I was like, no.
Jesus Christ, tonight.
Not if I, not in public. Not when I'm out.
And you probably shook that boy's hand at some stage.
Probably high-fived him. Dapped him up. And he's fucking... Bop, bop, bop.
That is so run.
Oh, yes.
The dip test.
When's it go over the... when's it too much? And you're like, oh, can't even.
Oh yeah, can't even put it in my nose.
Yeah.
Time to go for a wash, I suppose.
Yeah, there it is.
You shouldn't have to dip test your dick.
Yeah, that screams like, I haven't had a shower in about 4 days and see if I can get away with it.
Yeah.
If you're getting a couple of washes a day. I have a couple of washes,
I'll be honest now, the daily hygiene thing that sometimes I will miss is the teeth. Sometimes I don't brush the teeth twice a day.
Which one do you miss, the morning or the evening?
The evening.
If I had to miss one, I'd rather miss the morning one.
Yeah.
But I've told you before, I'll brush my teeth for the crack.
It's a good way to be.
Before we go...
Dip testing the teeth?
Dip test the teeth? Eddie told me my teeth were orange the other day, and I was like, shut the fuck up.
Fuck up.
You know what I mean? He's also taken to... He won't brush his own teeth. He's like, you do it. And I'm like, why? And he goes, it's funny. And then he's the wriggliest bastard on earth trying to brush his teeth.
It would be funny trying to get the teeth washed.
We turned up to the office the other day to record a podcast, and because we're in here, for pretty much about a week, a month, there is a stack of mail.
This is so spooky.
For me, right? One of them, it's usually like bills and fucking whatever. And then one of them was like a big sealed motherfucking envelope. And it had my address on it. It had my name on it and the address of the office. And I was like, what the hell is this? And it was a sealed, like almost like vacuum packed adhesive. So I had to like fucking rip this thing apart. And in it, with no explanation whatsoever, Scientology and overview.
Leave us alone.
And I leave. I don't want any part of it. Now, first of all, I don't have a DVD player, so joke's on you. You know what I mean? It's an overview as well. They skimmed through it, but as I said to you boys at the time, I was like, I would be less scared if it was just a straight up death threat.
Tell you what, the discs are swag though.
The discs are swag.
You got the fucking...
It's the two-parter.
Chapter 1 and 2 here.
God damn.
Clean as a whiz.
Now, what is someone doing a prank? Have they got my details from somewhere? Do I look like a potential Scientology guy? Scientology influencer?
This is the type of thing, if you stuck us on for too long, you might end up joining.
I don't know about that. What would scare me the most is that audit thing. That you see in all the documentaries where they fill you full of some sort of truth serum and then ask you all the dirty dates of your life. It's not far off Epstein's Island.
Yeah.
They get all
the truth serum?
Well, I don't know. That's what they say in the documentaries. I don't know much about it, but they get you to admit all your wrongs and then they hold it over you for the rest of your career.
Love and hate. What is greatness?
All the classics. Chapters. But anyway, I'm a marked man. I've never been more terrified in my life than Scientology, the overview. God damn.
I remember listening to the podcast one time of Harris Wittles, the writer of Parks and Rec, and he was saying that he went to one of them one time.
Fuck's sake.
Oh, you can send them to the audiobooks too. Good one for the boss.
Scientology podcast, is it? Can I read you out the section? Sorry, finish your point about this man. What was he saying?
It was just saying like he went to it.
Yep.
And he was like, you think going into it, you're like, it'll not. He was kind of going in ironically, like for the crack. And he was like, you never get convinced by anything on here. But then sure enough, he went in and he was like, oh yeah, if you spent like another day or two in there, you'd be fully in like.
Wow.
So what are they doing?
I don't know. I don't want to know. Will I read you out the sections?
Yeah.
L. Ron Hubbard, the founder, beliefs and practices. What Scientologists say about Scientology, the creed of the Church of Scientology. Jesus Christ, you scared the life out of me there.
Holy fuck.
Like a goddamn ghost.
Bad time to walk in.
Bad time to walk in. Is this a joke? This just arrived in the post the other day. A Scientology DVD. Don't know. No mess. I don't know. Thought he might have been doing a prank to me.
We are not suicidal.
We are not. Volunteer ministers, way to happiness, applied scholastics. Let me see. Narcanon, worldwide drug rehabilitation, drug-free world, United for Human Rights. Yeah.
Scary Becky's.
Scary. Scariness.
I mean, the DVD cover is quite harrowing, you know? I mean, I tell you what, Scientology, get a new graphic designer.
No.
Fucking hell.
Graphic design is my passion.
Jesus Christ, who made those boots?
Yeah. Feathered edges everywhere. Feathers for days.
You know, get somebody on Canva for fuck's sake or something. You know?
But anyway, I might turn up next week. Big Scientology man. Jumping on the fucking chair like Tom Cruise.
Who was in it? Tom Cruise. Well, there's about to be other big celebrities are in it too.
John Travolta.
Travolta?
I think so. And then the girl from King of Queens, she bounced.
What do you mean?
She got out of it. I thought you could never leave, but she managed to get out and badmouth him. But then there's conspiracies about that too. Apparently.
Yeah.
I don't know what they were, but
I want no part in it.
I want to know about it. I don't even want to know. That's it.
Where can you even go nearby? Look up Scientology near me.
No. Look up fucking noodles near me. I'm starving. Probably poisoned by the time I get there. The DVD's a bold move though, because like I literally I cannot play that.
Yeah.
We have one here.
No, we don't, Niall. No, we don't.
I was going to use, it'd be funny if you stuck it in, that's just gay porn.
But that would be a great end of the story.
Yeah.
You know, we popped it in, it was dudes fucking each other.
Yeah, just VHS footage of crews getting fisted.
Mission Impossible. Come on.
Come on. Someone's had their protein oats. That's the proteins kicking in.
The protes. Get a fucking load of the protes in. I got them this morning because it was fucking shaking with hunger. And
it was a crazy left turn from what you were going in for.
I was making rash decisions because I was starving. I was like, I'm getting a fucking Subway at 11:30 in the morning. I've been up since 6:30. You know what I mean? I was on the go.
Yeah.
Making fruit salads for my son who is at the start of getting the cold. I was carving the edge off the big orange and then cutting the segments out so there's no skin on it. I was like, bro, where are you? Dubai right now?
Yeah.
Look at the treatment you're getting around here.
Get the echinacea out, I'm telling you.
But
put on the echinacea 5 days straight.
Yeah, there was a queue at Subway, so I didn't bother. Got the protes. Protein oats, bro.
Got the protes, bro.
And then I shouted it really loud before I got in the car.
That was very funny.
And there was some other fella. This is so Northern Irish, but there's some other fella who spoke to us on the way to the shop. He's like, right, Colin, how's it going? And I was like, how's it going, man? And he's like, all good. And I was like, have a good one. Aye. Right, bye. And then he'd obviously said to his mates, there's Barry the Blender. And this other guy, who also looked like Barry the Blender, walked across the thing. And it's very Northern Irish to stare at someone for a very uncomfortable length of time. He's walking backwards. He was just like... And then eventually he went...
I wish you could have seen it now. But it was more like suave, not though, because he kind of like, you know, he was like downering about, and then he just went like this here.
Yeah. It's a very visual thing. You gotta watch it.
Yeah, it's very nonchalant. Had to be there. One of them ones.
Nonchalant?
Yeah.
Nonchalant.
Nonchalant.
Anyway, big Scientology, man. Play a clip before we get out of here, guys, will we? What have we got this week? What have we got? I saved this because it's very your ma spec, and I'm taking a swing on that, you know. I don't mean any offense by it, but I feel like this is the type of thing your mother would do.
Oh, listen, I appreciate that, but congratulations, that's lovely. There's nothing to be sorry of the rubbish that's going on in the world, but a wee baby. That's sort of a... That's it. Everything else going on, and you look at them, and it just brightens up your day, doesn't it? And that it gives you positivity for the future as well. So, I better let you on. It's just two chicken fried rice and a soup.
Can I tell you something? You're absolutely fucking bang on. Even the stance alone is rare, and the fucking... That must be where I get it from. Just the over familiarity with basically strangers.
Oh God! You way on? Are you off work or what are you at? I walked out the other day there was a joiner and a brekkie and Maureen's dad, and I didn't even know they were there, but I just happened to walk out the back, and Maureen's dad goes, "Oh, here's the help," and I went, "I'm no good to you unless you need something lifted."
Yeah.
And I'm not even joking.
Yeah.
There'll be no joinery, no plaster work, no nothing.
That'd be the same.
But if you want me to chuck stuff in a van,
Mighty lifter. 2 men made for lifting.
yeah, we should have a removals company. Where we just go and lift your fridge.
Yeah, anything requires any skill.
Empty
no
the fridge
use.
and then lift your fridge.
I could lift the fridge, no bother.
Well, fridges are light.
The fridge in my house is dainty.
You ever see those removal guys? Like once, I mean, I seen a clip the other day. It was one fucking Samoan guy, and he just had the American style freezer over the shoulder.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're not that heavy when they're like empty.
No, they have the lifting jeans though, the Samoans.
Yeah. Yeah, they're better. Yeah, they're perfect for it.
Factory settings.
Factory
For
settings.
lifting.
Thick neck. Anyway, we'll get out of here, will we?
Aye.
Let's get out of here. Thanks for joining us, folks. What else would I tell you? Patreon.com/The Bomb Squad Pod for all of the Patreon extras.
Get on there. It's growing. It's full of love.
And like my penis. We'll see you next week, folks.
Good luck, folks. Look after yourselves.
Look
and have a
after-
good week.
Jesus Christ, that's abrasive. All right, see you later. Take care now.
Bye-bye.
Big kisses.
Drop.